So it's more than gettable. If Northern they say that the really dramatic collapse here at the Bangalore Cricket Academy, 32.2 overs, 157. Nick Ramnall is not other than 24. He's at the non-strike end. The new batsman is number 12, is Lal Pereira. Pereira just 4 made runs, 2 wickets. Those are really excellent bowling analysis. Chase bowls, full leg delivery, pitch strokes is to cover in, will not get a run. South is not giving up. They have almost everybody in the circle. Ricardo Chase, tall bowler, has got good. Everything to be a top class fast as his umpire bat ball. That's a good claw there. Good. Chase is fighting. He has got it right. He got a fight in spirit. 150 for the loss of 7. Pereira in trouble. And that's what you do. You bowl between the stumps. Between the stump and stump. As I say, between the wicket and wicket. Chase goes in. Full length delivery. Beats the off stump. Another good delivery by Chase. Pereira in trouble out there. He's playing and missing. If that ball was lined just about his stump, he would have been gone. So 156 for the loss of 9. The South team, not really in cruise control, but they have lost some quick wickets here, 2 quick wickets. And South team hoping that they can pick up a few more. This is Chase, full length delivery. Pereira places square on the offside. They have gone for 1. There'll be a second run, I'm sure about that one. And a boundary. So 4 takes the total to 154 for the loss of 7. 3 runs to win. The fat lady has sung long time. And North will lift the trophy. They will celebrate a historic victory at the Bangalore Cricket Academy, this iconic venue. This is the MAQ North-South Under 15 Classic. This is the inaugural edition. We're happy to bring you live and Windies Cricket 360.com. MAQ TV as well. It's on the MAQ TV, yes. So this is being shown live to the audiences across the globe. And it'll be reruns, I'm told, by Sofian, Director of Cricket Council, United States of America, Kamal. This is Mamchan bowls to Ramlal, strokes is to cover, get a run. 2 to win for the North team, 2 to win. Sofian, historic moment. I'm sure this is a moment of pride, a moment of joy when the planning started and coming here to this venue. I'll bring you in as soon as this ball is delivered. We're looking at Mamchan. That's Liam Mamchan, trying to be go on a 15 fast bowler. Bowls to Pereira, strokes this to the fielder, no run, straight to King. Yes, we're looking at the game. Director of Cricket Council, United States of America, Sofian, your thoughts at the moment?
The game, you know, like we said, the game doesn't end till it ends. And right now, this game, I mean, pretty much everyone that's in the stands right now is definitely on the edge of their seat. Got a fast bowler coming up. This can be a make or break for this team, you know.
That's it. They hit by Pereira, and they will get the 2 runs. North gets the 2 runs, and those 2 runs will give them 157. That's the end of the game. Victory for the North team. They came out today. They bowled brilliantly. Restricted the South team in the early stages. They were only 18 runs in the first 10 overs. despite the acceleration by the South team, they were able to keep them to 156 for 9 in the 40 overs. And with an electrifying start there by Andrew Rambaran, the opening batsman, where he got 34, and well supported by Justin Jagisar and Nick Ramnal with 25. They have been able to overhaul the total with 3 wickets intact in 33.3 overs. So it says 6.3 overs to spare. So a wonderful victory for the North team. They will celebrate this success. Rajiv Ramnath, who is from Central, so it's a combination of Central, North, and Northeast players that make up the North team. So it's a very strong and powerful North team because they have national players there. Ramnath and Rambaran, all these guys are in the national team. Nick Ramnath also national team. So it's a very strong combination from North against the South team. And I'm sure that all those who are here today would have enjoyed watching these youngsters on show, providing us with entertainment and showing a lot of class, a lot of discipline, a lot of application. There's so much things to learn from this match here today that these youngsters will take back. And even the coaches, that they'll be able to analyze this game and be able to take out many wonderful cricket coaching points that will help these guys to advance their career. So congratulations to North. Rajiv Ramnath winning the MAQ North-South Under-15 Classic Trophy here at the Bangalore Cricket Academy. Like to bring in back Sofian Kamal, Director of the Cricket Council of the United States of America. Being here today is historic, but also to witness the completion of this game is also historic because it gives you an opportunity to do the analysis and to do the projections to make this a much better spectacle.
You know, dealing with cricket players all over the United States, all over, different countries, I've came across a lot of players, and I was very impressed by the players that we brought in a few minutes ago, and the way they were able to hold a conversation with the commentators and their knowledge of the game, to the extent that they're able to speak of in regards to the gaps and what their strategies are and stuff like that. At the age of 13, I don't think, any kids that play any other sport are that knowledgeable about the sport. At age 13, these kids are able to describe the game as well as a commentator, as well as, professional international players. I've had, commentators and professional international players in with us in the booths and, listening to them talk and listening to the kids talk, and in the amount of detail these kids were able to, detail their games and, detail how they performed and, refer to their matches and, specific balls, specific overs, It's definitely motivating, to see the way these kids love this sport and the amount that they love the sport, and it makes it all worth it at the end. This match is definitely a large stepping stone. Some of these kids, as we heard, have played here before. Some of them have not, and we definitely learn from that. And from hearing them speak, they were very happy to be able to play here. They were very excited to come here and play. And even though the South was, on the brink of losing, we had a player from the South team, and he was sitting here, and he was so excited. He was still telling us how excited he was when he got here to play. Even though his team was 7 runs away from losing. It's a bad position to be in, but as long as at the end of the day you take away a lesson from it, you will learn and you will come back and you will win next time. So we're definitely happy, and we're glad that the rain held up. We were glad we were able to play the full 40 overs that we had planned for. We're glad that the ground was prepped well. There's so many people to thank. But at the end of the day, you can't clap with one hand. So we got everybody on board. Everybody did a great job, and we apologize for having to listen to us for the last 3-4 hours at this point. Me, Sofian Kamar, and Mr. Bridge Parsnath, we've been here since the morning, and we've been chewing your ears off. So thank you for listening, and I'm going to pass it right back.
Thank you, Sofian. I know that you have had a really long journey down the south, and yesterday you came in, and then you have to be out again shortly. Right, so very limited rest. We thank you for coming to the microphones and to share so much of ideas, so much of what's happening in America, what you're trying to do to promote the game. I'm sure ICC, if they're listening to this broadcast, they'll be happy to hear what you all have been doing there. A tremendous job, and the input by your father-in-law, Mohammed Qureshi, and all the other executive members of your organization, right? And here in Trinidad and Tobago, well, we share that part of that legacy now, because it become part of West Indies and world cricket, whereby that these under 15 youngsters are given the opportunity to play and also to aspire, because they will learn what's happening there. They will aspire to get to play to that level and want to perform there as well in America and to advance their career. And you hear these youngsters, they want to play for West Indies, right? And they have idols that they're looking up to, these guys who have achieved so much greatness in their careers. And to come to this venue, this beautiful venue, is so well laid out, right? And this lovely grass, this the green. When you look at this venue, it is so lovely. Not too many cricket grounds around the world that you can go and see looking so beautiful, right? And the pitch, as the guy said, they were able to assess the pitch well. And at age 13, right? That to me is the revelation. At age 13, under 15 guys, all these guys assess this pitch so well, and they're able to adjust the game on the pitch. That's telling you that they're learning fast, that these guys, they've got a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, definitely. Like these kids, they were able to come in here and assess the pitch. I remember when I got involved in cricket in the beginning, we were playing at the Central Broward Regional Park, and the pitch at the time was not playing so well. They ended up taking it up and redoing it completely a few times before they got it right. But, hearing the players complain about the pitch, I've heard all different types of complaints about pitches. And, these kids were able to sit here and tell us that there's a lot of grass and it's playing like this because of the grass. To be honest, I've never understood what the reasoning for the grass is except drying out the pitch. So with these kids sitting here telling me that even though the pitch is wet and they put some grass on top of it and is helping it bounce, that's something we learned today. So, I learned these things every time I come into a cricket event. Someone will tell me something and I'll take it home with me, and you learn new things. So that's the greatest thing about cricket. You have all these different minds that join in one place. You teach someone something new, they teach you something new, and you go home and you tell someone else, and then, it's a word-of-mouth kind of game, and we just keep expanding the knowledge, and we're glad that here today we were able to get all these kids here and have them, take part in this match. And I think we are now setting up for the closing ceremony, and we have a few different types of prizes to give away. We have some trophies, we have some medals, we have some sporting equipment, some cricket bats, all different types of cricket gear that we'll be giving away. So, we're looking forward once again to give these kids something that they can remember this match by, something that they can take home with them and say that, I took part in this tournament. I took part and I won, and this is what I got for it. And every time they go to play somewhere, they can tell the people that, next year you should come and take part. Just as the same thing we do for the U.S. Open, we would definitely look forward to all of you watching the U.S. Open and also the U.S. Open Youth. We have the tournament coming up in August for the youth, and we also have the tournament for the adults, the U.S. Open T20 for the adults. That will be in October. So you can follow us on Instagram, at Cricket Council. You can follow us on Facebook at Cricket Council USA, and you can see all the dates, or you can just go directly to our website, cricketcouncilusa.com, and you can find all the information on there that will show you, which tournaments we have coming up, where they're going to be, the prizes, how to register, how many teams we have, what teams are taking part, all these type of things, If you're interested in cricket, that's definitely something you should be following, especially if you live in the Caribbean or if you're in the United States. You can get a lot of information from that. You can use it. You can join Cricketer Book. Cricketer Book is a new social media platform where all cricketers can join, and then they can go ahead and meet up with each other, learn where, if they're on vacation somewhere, they can go meet up with other cricket players so they can learn where the cricket happens over there, the standard of cricket where they're visiting. If they're planning on moving somewhere, they can find out about new cricket, where they plan on moving. So there's a lot of innovative things. That cricket is an ever evolving sport, as are the others. So in order to evolve the sport, you must evolve with the sport. So we definitely urge players to take part in our events, follow us on social media, and definitely come out to the events or watch them live so they can learn, and maybe next time they can take part. So I will be passing you back to Mr. Parsonath, and I will be heading down to the closing ceremony and the presentations. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Sofian. Happy to have you, Director of the CCUSA. He's a dignitary from the organization. Has to do the honors this afternoon to present these wonderful trophies and prizes. Thank you for the great input today, my friend. So we will talk before you leave. Yes. Yeah. 57. Romario King, 57, the top scorer. For the South team, they made 156 for the loss of 9 wickets in 40 overs. In reply, the North, they were triumphant by 3 wickets with 6.3 overs to spare, 157 with 7 in 33.3 overs. The main wicket taker for the North team, Andrew Rambaran, 8 overs, 1 maiden, 35 runs, 4 wickets. And Pereira, 8 overs, 4 maidens, 8 runs, 2 wickets. Romario King, the top scorer for South. He made 57 on the top scorer for the North team, Andrew Rambaran, the man with the most wickets, 34, and you heard his voice. Rambaran, the guy who is from northeast of Trinidad and Tobago, and a student at the Hillview College. A young man there aspiring to go to the highest level. Hillview College won the Power Gen Secondary School's Intercult title right here at the Brian R. Stadium last Friday. So he just come back here. His school won the title and defended the Intercult title against Naparima College. And Naparima College, one of the most famous colleges in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. One of the co-sponsors of this event here today. The principal is out there. We're looking at Dr. Mike Dowlett, standing in front of the Naparima flag. It'll be spectacled. You can see him in the gray top, a gray shirt, tie. Be spectacled. There's Vinod Mamchan, the head of the Trinidad and Tobago Archangels organization. They're trying to get everything in place to have this presentation done. Cricket Council, United States of America, main sponsor of the event. Say special good afternoon to the President and the Chairman of the Cricket Council of the United States of America, Mr. Mohammed Qureshi. He's not here, he's in Florida, but he's following the broadcast. I'm sure about that one. There's great love for the game. And all members of his organization, not everybody could come. We have Sofian Kamal here as one of the directors. He's gone to the presentation area. The outstanding batsman today, Romario King from South. Top scorer at 57. Outstanding bowler, Andrew Rambaran, 4 for 35 from 8 overs and 1 maiden from North. And there's also Pereira had got 2 for 8 from 8 overs, 4 maidens. The top scorer for the North team, an outstanding all-rounder, Andrew Rambaran, and you heard him being interviewed during the match in the final stages of the finish of this North innings. 157 for 7 in 33.3 overs, all the 3. North winning this match by 3 wickets with 6.3 overs to spare. 3 wickets victory for North in with 6.3 overs to spare. So there's a lot of overs in limited overs cricket. The presentation being done. They're asking the players to come out to the ground. So the presentation ceremony will be done shortly. They're waiting on the players. The North team, they may be celebrating. They are in the dressing room, but they have to remember there is a presentation ceremony, and then they can go and have their team chat and their celebrations. They cannot celebrate with all the prizes and trophies. Colin Board, the manager of the team, of the North team. Our technical operator, Avinash Sitaram, has been doing the honors today, making sure everything is intact. Not easy to get everything right. Many challenges today. We didn't have the scoreboard working. We didn't have a scorer. We didn't get a team sheet in time. There are many things not in place. Very difficult because we don't know all these youngsters. We don't know which team they are from. Doesn't make the broadcast interesting and exciting. Hopefully next time around that everything will be in place, better organized. You learn from these exercises. The North team, they are coming out now from the dressing room. They're heading to the presentation area. The ground staff out there, they're trying to set the pitch once again. The head groundsman told me that they have matches being played all the time. There are sometimes 4 matches in a day. With T10 matches. So this ground is really being used to the fullest, to the max. Most of the school kids, they have disappeared from the pavilion. They have gone back to the bus and they will be on their way home. I'm sure they'll take back pleasant memories having come to the Banlar Cricket Academy and to witness a very exciting match between North and South, North emerging victorious. Can't imagine that there's still a key back with the North players out in. They are moving the presentation table more to the infield of the Banlar Cricket Academy. Very long boundaries here. Close to about 75 to 80 meters. Could be even more. So if you're still with us, we're happy to have you today to join us in the broadcast. Hope that we have been able to bring to you as much information that we have at hand. West Indies will play against Sri Lanka. A 2-day match at this venue at the end of this month. And then the first test will be played at the Queen's Park Oval. The second test will be in St. Lucia. And then we have the first day-night match at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. So that's the international fixture for the West Indies men team. So if you're a cricket fan, you'll come down to the Queen's Park Oval the first week of June. The second test match in St. Lucia. The third test match, which will be a historic test match, the first day-night test match in the Caribbean between West Indies and Sri Lanka will be the Kensington Oval. Bangladesh will tour the West Indies. They will play 3 T20s, 2 test matches, 2 one-day internationals in July, August. So that's international fixtures in the Caribbean. I understand 2 matches for the Bangladesh versus West Indies will be played at Fort Lauderdale. I have with me the head of the main man here at the Banlar Cricket Academy, Harish Raghunath. Harish, so much of matches at this venue. How do you feel today that you'll be able to see this match being organized and despite the rain, the challenges that it was able to come to a conclusion?
I feel very great that the match came out today. Seeing that all the conditions we had for the past few days and everything turned out successful with the ground staff. They did a good job by preparing the wicket and everything on time.
Now that you've been here, we understand that so many matches played. Give us a rundown how many matches played for the recent times.
Within the last month, we probably had about almost 32 games.
32 games in 1 month?
Yeah.
Is that a record by itself?
Yeah. That's
I understand your matches